Hello again, wrestling fans. This is Shane Shatters, and once again, welcome to Shane Shatters Presents Classic Indies, some of the great independent wrestling matches from all over the world over the last 30 years, in specific, the East Coast. Today's match is a very special one. It was from a very special event we did at the Berkeley County Fairgrounds in July of 2015, and it's one of my personal favorite matches. It's a six-man tag team matchup with some of the best-known talent in the independent area, and some of them will be members of our great big event on Memorial Weekend coming right here to the Independent Rewind. So let's pitch to it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start the camera. Six-man tag team action. There he is. The party czar, Zayne Riley, accompanied to the ring by his partner, Hollywood Bob Starr, and none other than the number one contender for the CPW title this coming Memorial Weekend, King Kahlua. And they are accompanied to the ring by their manager, one of my personal favorites, Gino Sammartino. Your ring announcer is Bob Keller. Your referee is Doug Rafferty. This is a great, exciting six-man tag team matchup, July 11th, 2015, only 6 years ago. But you got a tremendous array of talent in the ring right now. Bob Starr is no slouch himself, an outstanding talent, has appeared all over WWF and WCW TV during the early 90s. Probably didn't get his just dues. Kahlua, of course, as I mentioned, the number one contender. He will be facing Bill Bain on Memorial Weekend right here as we bring you a very special event from Riverbend Park and challenges for the CPW title. Zayne Riley, a standout in the Carolinas. And their opponents, without a doubt, a very successful group of men. Oh, Gino's got the microphone. Crowd on hand, not very appreciative of Gino, who only rarely makes appearances. He's much like the cicada. I'd like to say hello to everybody out there who might be watching this event from all over the world. We have fans from all over the world. We're getting feedback in certain cases from Hawaii and from Guam, from some of the great matches that took place there that we have broadcast. A few weeks ago, we had an outstanding matchup with Bam Bam Bigelow and Cowboy Ron Bass. We brought you John Rambo versus Ivan Koloff, and the fans have reached out and responded. This show has been one of the true pleasures of my life. So combining with these gentlemen to bring you this great event on Memorial Day weekend. It's going to be a first time that they've done it. It's going to be the first time that I've done it. And as a combination, we're going to bring you the best wrestling, the best way we know how. Top-notch camera work on this night. I'm going to credit Doc Gregory for that. Who is on his way to the ring? Oh, spoiler alert. Deuce Donatelli. Hey, look at that big guy in the background there. Well, there's my dad sitting at the door, but there I am pacing around. Deuce Donatelli, ladies and gentlemen, who will be taking part as the triple main event. Announcement comes now as Deuce Donatelli on Memorial Weekend will take on none other than Doug Delicious. A first-time matchup between those two great independent stalwarts. Damn, my wife looks good back there. And there he is, fantastic Bobby Fulton, tagging up with Deuce Donatelli, being accompanied to the ring by his son Jared. Bobby, I know that you've had some health problems here recently, and we wish you nothing but the best. Nothing but the best. A lot of love for fantastic Bobby Fulton, and absolutely, pardon the pun, fantastic wrestling talent. The anticipation builds up here amongst the crowd and inside the ring as well. There's a lot of tension, a lot of movement. These guys are going to be ready. And we're going to bring out partner number 3 out here to this matchup will be joining Deuce Donatelli and the fantastic Bobby Fulton in this exciting six-man tag team matchup. Jared Fulton almost bit it there. Very athletic young man, got his toe hung up. And there's the big introduction, ladies and gentlemen, making his multiple appearance here on the Independent Rewind, and Shane Shadows presents the legendary Hall of Famer, the Boogie Woogie Man, handsome Jimmy Valiant, baby. And he puts one on Bobby Keller, and I'm not going to kid you, Bobby Keller wouldn't stop talking about it for about 2 weeks. I think Bobby enjoyed that kiss a lot more than he should have, baby. Woo, have mercy. Just talked to Handsome Jimmy the other day. Handsome Jimmy's retired now. After 60 years on the road, Handsome Jimmy has declared that he is no longer making shots outside of a 2-hour range of his home. And by God, who deserves it more than the Boogie Woogie Man? A man who's meant so much to my days in wrestling, my career, a good friend, a partner, and quite honestly, a very good money draw as a top performer, as a main eventer. Jimmy Valiant has probably made more appearances than anybody as the headline attraction in CPW history, and there's a good reason for that, because the man, even at his age, at his advanced age, years off of television, he could still get a crowd going like very few others. This is your big feature match this week, ladies and gentlemen. 6-man tag team action coming to you from the Berkeley County Fairgrounds in Martinsburg, West Virginia, July the 11th, 2015. Gino down in the corner discussing strategy with his team. This nefarious group of rule breakers, without a doubt, the first time and probably the only time that these two teams ever joined forces. Memorial Weekend, ladies and gentlemen, the Independent Rewind and Championship Pro Wrestling combined for their first ever network special. And I am very excited to be taking part of this. These guys have proven to me to be entertaining and exciting and pro wrestling lovers, and it takes love to get involved in projects like this. There's not going to be any money involved in this project. No one's going to be getting paid to do the work that's going to take to bring you this very special live card. There's a lot of distraction going on here. Kahlua and Star haven't even taken off their ring jackets, nor has Riley taken off his warm-up gear. These guys are definitely distracted by the crowd's partisan display here on behalf of Fulton, Valiant, and Deuce. Speaking of Deuce, this match with him and Doug Delicious coming up on Memorial Weekend is kind of a unique matchup featuring two guys who've been wrestling in the tri-state area for in excess of, in Deuce's case, for 20 years, and Doug's case, almost 30 years. Doug, of course, was my original training partner. These two guys in shape, ready to go, ready to prove it, ready to lay it all out there in the ring, and you're going to have the opportunity if you tune in on Memorial Day weekend. Finally, it looks like the San Martino's team has gotten their gear off and are getting ready to take action into the ring, but I'm not sure who's going to start things off. Once again, your referee is Doug Rafferty. I'd like for Raff to take a little bit of control here and get somebody in the ring, get some other guys out of the ring, and let's get this match started. This was one of the big features of the night. A great card of action. We also had the Patriot on hand that night, and we had the Syrian. We had the couple cage matches. Of course, I was involved in a match with Bill Bain. But this, to me, was kind of the highlight of the night. Being able to put this combination of Valiant and Fulton together in the ring for the first time. And Bob Starr on the other side of the ring had grown up. He was, the fabulous Bobby Starr was very influenced by the Fantastics and had said so himself and would probably still say so to this day. So this was a big match for Bob Starr too. And at this point in time, some of these guys are getting on in years and are not as active as they were. And in some cases, they call it, I guess, the bucket list in some cases, the chances that they may never ever get again. But that's not going to take away from the seriousness, the serious tone of the action here. No matter who's across the ring, you always want to try to take your absolute best shot at taking the victory home. Looks like Handsome Jimmy's going to start things off here against Zayne Riley. Zayne Riley had seen plenty of action himself that weekend. Uh-oh! Oh! And he probably had a little bit of that before Boogie got there. I'm not so sure. But Bob Starr's taking exception to it while Kahlua tries to help his somewhat fallen friend. Ringside photographers, there's Miss Karen Dopcat. Then there's Chris Eichelberger taking shots. I don't know that I've seen Dave Albright on. I think he was there that night, but I haven't seen him at ringside taking any shots. Handsome Jimmy getting ready to square up. Oh, collar elbow. Oh, grab the arm from Starr. Just a little bit quicker than the man proclaiming himself to be from Hollywood, California. Uh-oh. Boogie spits at him, baby. Bring it over. Feed that arm. Look at this. Oh, a double crank from Deuce and Fulton. Ouch. Back to the arm. Boogie retains control. Top-notch video work here. Once again, Doc Gregory was on the case that night. Doc Gregory has served so many functions on the CPW team over the years as a wrestler, as an announcer, as a referee, as a cameraman. Doc, if you're watching, thank you for the footage, and we appreciate you and love you. Hope you're doing well. You and Miss Dana. All right, what do we got going on here? Oh, they're going to feed Starr's arms. Oh, and look at his own partners are cranking his arms up here, just like he suffered on the other side of the ring, and Gino's trying to stop him. Say, hey, hey, hey. Oh, now he runs from Boogie Woogie. This is not a Starr's mad. He's very upset with Kahlua and Riley for their, how should we say, lack of discretion here. And Fulton's trying to encourage him to get into a fight. Starr don't know what to do. Right is left, up is down. True is false. He don't know who's on his side and who isn't. But Kahlua's trying to explain it as is right. But it's not going well over here. But Doug Rafferty needs to get these guys back into action here. Oh my. Challenging for a test of strength here that I have very serious doubts that Starr wouldn't win at this point. And Handsome Jimmy is on in years. A wily veteran, in fact. Boogie's asking how the crowd feels about the potential strength stalemate with Starr. How's that for alliteration? The strength stalemate with Starr. Somebody got a rosin bag or something dry off Boogie's hands. He's awful, maybe he's awful sweaty, wiping his hands on the ropes, on his tights. We'll go to his headband here in a minute. He wants to start with the other hand. That surprises me. How about that for a switcherooski? Now he's going to go up and again. What's he going to go with? Oh, he's going to show Bobby Starr what he thinks about it. Whoa! Ouch! No doubt about it. He's probably more offended than he is. Oh, no! The testicular claw. And Zayne Riley's going to charge in here and try to help out. And now, 2 handfuls. Oh, for the Handsome Jimmy. Ouch. Good God Almighty. What's going to go on here, Kahlua? You going to go for a kick? Nope. What's going to happen here? These guys are all kinds of flummoxed. I guess if I had my balls squeezed by a 75-year-old man, I'd probably be a little bit worse for wear as well. This is how Handsome Jimmy kept his advantage. He stayed relative and pertinent out there on the independent scene for years. It wasn't because he was going to out-muscle you or out-move you. He was just going to outsmart you. He would get you in your own head with his different tricks and tactics. Riley he's very irritated. But Handsome Jimmy's ready for him. Well, wait a minute. He's insisting that we get Bobby Fulton into the mix here. There it is, baby. And then we're going to see our first sign of Bobby Fulton in this matchup. One half of the Fantastics, one of just the absolute best tag teams of the 1980s. He and Tommy Rogers, and then later he and his brother Jackie. Outstanding teams all throughout the South. Wrestled a lot in All Japan Pro Wrestling for Giant Baba as well. Look at that headlock. He's got that thing locked in there like a vice. The veteran guys had the best way of making the basic moves look like they were something. And a big tackle and a standoff there. I think Fulton took the worst of that. He might have snapped his face into it. Maybe just got a little glassy-eyed and woozy. Zayne Riley's definitely proud of it. Back to that headlock again. Fulton's going to stay with the advantage as he knows it. Oh, big tackle. Another again. Now that one dropped Bobby to a knee. Riley's really putting it on. He's very proud of himself for not being able to be basically immobile at the hands of the smaller, fantastic one. We're going to go back to what's going to go on here. Up, back to that headlock. See, Fulton's going to game plan it. He's going to stick to it no matter what at this point. Until he proves it's not going to work, he's sticking to it. And runs again with a big tackle. Oh, that time with a boot. Coming off the ropes. Oh, big tackle. And a big tackle to Bob Starr. And Kahlua took one. And Fulton's on fire. And a big right hand drops Zayne. And out of the ring he goes. A fantastic showing, pardon the pun, by Bobby Fulton. These guys don't know what's going on. They've definitely been struggling up to this point in this matchup. Now we're going to get our first look at King Kahlua, the #1 contender for the CPW Heavyweight Championship, as he will be challenging Bill Bain on Memorial Weekend right here on the Independent Rewind. And him and Bobby Fulton are getting ready to tie him up. Oh, a big knee. Kahlua grabbing that head. He's trying to twist it off, take it home with him. Wretch behind him, tagging Riley back in. Coming off the ropes. Look out. Double, 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 double. What is going on here? Look out. Duck it again. And again. What is going on? And another duck. What? Where are we heading here, guys? Oh, no. And into a clothesline. Kahlua takes a right. And another one from Deuce. And a big one from Boogie. And another one from Fulton. And he just plastered Bob Starr with a right. He was so befuddled after taking multiple punches to the face. Riley caught that tag. Could never get himself positioned. And now we're getting our first look at Deuce Donatelli in this matchup. Deuce Donatelli, of course, as we mentioned earlier, preparing himself for his big one-on-one showdown. Big elbow there to Zayne Riley. Getting ready for his big one-on-one showdown with Doug Delicious on Memorial Weekend right here on the Independent Rewind. Down to the breadbasket multiple times here by Deuce. He's asserted a good control. Oh! He shook the ring so much Kahlua fell in from the outside. Oh! Wow. He ate that punch right in the face. Zayne Riley rock Deuce, and a cover. Referee down on a 1 count. Up in the corner, yellow shirt. Here's a shout out to one of our old friends. The late Lloyd Dolan, ladies and gentlemen, joined us that night. There was a lot of luminaries and former stars on hand. Lloyd joined us, and Lloyd passed away a few years ago, but everyone's got a good Lloyd Dolan story. And what a great guy. And one of the guys I truly miss, one of the most intelligent people I ever met. Oh, big right hand from Star. One of the most intelligent people I ever met, and he was a big baseball fan, which you don't find as many of in wrestling as you used to. But we used to spend, an hour or two before cards we worked together just talking about baseball. Wrestling would never come up. Kahlua tagged in. Star really took the measure of Deuce in this one. These two men, what do we got going on here? Off the ropes. Double elbow smash to Deuce. Now Gino's going to get in on the act. His first physical involvement in this matchup. Star tagging back in. Choking on Deuce. And clearly it seems to be like the game plan on this side of the ring is just for Kahlua to be in there in short spurts and let Riley and Bob Starr do the bulk of the action. And I think a lot of that has to do with the size difference. Kahlua is obviously a heavyweight wrestler, but Starr at this point and Riley are both probably in the 300-pound range. The more they lean on Deuce, or in particular Fulton, and really specifically Boogie in this matchup, it's going to be for their benefit. Riley tagged back in here now. Good tag team work on this side of the ring here. And Deuce is firing back and trying to come back into it. I've been in the ring with Deuce on multiple occasions. He's one of the hardest punchers that I've ever battled. And that's going to be something that Doug Delicious is going to have to keep his eyes open for on Memorial Weekend. Fulton's trying to antagonize, well, I think maybe he caught a tag and the referee didn't see it. The referee was distracted. Now he's pushing Fulton out, and Riley and Kahlua are leaning hard on Deuce. Now I'm starting to see that Kahlua may be a little hobbled. Big matchup for him as he challenges for the CPW title for the first time on Memorial Weekend here on the Independent Rewind against champion Bill Bain. Riley really putting the pressure on Deuce here. Rafferty's out in front asking if he wants to surrender. And I know it might not seem to the casual fan like a headlock can make someone surrender, but keep in mind that one of the most famous and toughest, a big stunner-like maneuver, toughest wrestlers of all time, Strangler Lewis, was infamous for his headlock. And charging in, and nobody home, and Deuce looking for it. Oh, wicked DDT in the center of the ring, and Riley's down. Face down. Where are you going to head, Deuce? What do you got in you? Can you get there? Can you turn the tide of this matchup? Young Jared Fulton, Bobby's son at ringside, really kind of bringing the crowd into it. But this is an outstanding matchup, fans, featuring some of the best that CPW has ever had to offer. And Fulton tagged in, and he went after Starr and Kahlua. Come on, bring it in. Double head knocker. Come on, Riley. Oh, Boogie cut him off with a poke to the eye. Then Deuce has got him over in the corner. We got a malfunction at the junction here. We got craziness in the middle of the ring. Everybody whipped together. Oh, it's a triple sleeper hold. A triple sleeper hold on Kahlua, Starr, and Riley. And I think we're about to end the matchup here. He's checking Kahlua's arm. Is Kahlua the legal man? I don't know that. We're checking everybody's arms here. I guess there is no such thing as a legal man. But Starr is out, and so is Riley. And Rafferty drops their arms for the third time. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. What an unusual way to win a match, but by golly, they got it done. All right. How about that? Great action. What a great match this week. All right, all right, ladies and gentlemen. Boogie Woogie Man, Fantastic Bobby Fulton, and Deuce Donatelli getting the win in six-man tag team action from July 2015 over Bob Starr, Kahlua, and Zayne Riley. We're going to see you next week one more time right before the big event on Memorial Weekend, and we got more news. I'm Shane Shadows. We'll see you next week.